So Manchester United went to the London Stadium and then drew with West Ham. It ended up being a 1-1 draw. What happened? We all expected Manchester United to win because we've already won 4 consecutive games. And we were all expecting the United strand to finally get that haircut. But at this point, I personally think he should just shave the hair and get the haircut because look, it's taking too much attention from the wins, and it's also taking a lot of attention from Michael Carrick as well. Let's get into it. So we all know West Ham are in a relegation battle, so they had more to fight for than we did because if they don't win, they risk going out. And we had to win to kind of put some gap between us and Liverpool, and it would have been good because Chelsea drew, and we could have increased our gap between Chelsea as well. But as it stands, it's still a 1 point difference. West Ham came into the game basically. They played a very low block, parked the bus. They were very compact, made it so hard so that Manchester United couldn't get any fast passes through. That's what they did basically. And what I've seen a lot of pundits talk about is that even the commentators were mentioning it, that Manchester United basically set up our passes were so slow. We were very slow on that day. But what they are not understanding is that yes, we were slow, but there is a reason why we were slow. There is a reason why our passes were so slow. If somebody's playing a low block, if a team decides to play a low block, you're not going to play fast passes through them. The reason is they are compact. There is no space to play the passes through. You are only able to make fast passes if the opposition is attacking you or they try to press you. They did no such thing. They stood in their half, very close to their box, and in their box, they were very compact, tight. So Martinez, most of the time when he had the ball, he was waiting, probing. And the reason why he was doing that is he was looking for an opening, which never came. He was looking for an opening to see if he could, make a splitting pass, but it never happened because they were very compact. To be honest, they set up very well. Their mindset was that they are not going to allow Manchester United to get any goal. And I think it worked. Sesko ended up breaking that mindset at the end, but it did work and it almost worked. They almost got the win. I'm thinking that perhaps they came in for a draw, but they almost got the win. And this isn't because it's not because Manchester United became slow. It's not because Manchester United players became lazy. No, it's not. People need to understand certain things. Not all results is based on the team that we were expecting to win. We were expecting Manchester United to win, but this result isn't because they played or they failed to play. No. You're playing against a team who came in with a strategy as well. They came in to defend. Manchester United have done the same thing against Liverpool before. Liverpool couldn't get a ball in. Manchester United completely packed the bus, and you had players like Van Dijk complaining that, oh, Manchester United, they didn't come out, they didn't come at us. They basically just held the line at the back, and it works. It works. There is a way to break it, but it does work. And that's the reason why sometimes if you have to play very hard and at least try to get something, at least a point, that is how you go. I think tactically how Carrick should have set up, right? And what I'm saying this because in retrospect, if you look at everything, when something passes and you look back at it, it's so easy to make a judgment on it. If it was successful, we would have praised him. But now that we look back on it, we look back on it, I think that he should have played Benjamin Sesko in the striking position. He should have moved Ahmad to the left and then played Mbuemo on the right. Because Mbuemo being on the right and Sesko being in the front, Mbuemo making that cross is what made it dangerous. And that's how Benjamin Sesko got that goal to begin with. So I think him benching Cunha, playing Ahmad on the left, and then playing Mbuemo on the right with Sesko as the striker, this will open up an attacking strategy that would be crosses into the box. We should completely bombard them with crosses. Keep sending crosses. This is how Manchester City win games against low block teams. I don't know if people haven't noticed this about Pep Guardiola's game. If you want to play low block, he has Haaland. What they will do is they will keep sending crosses into the box. We could have even had an own goal from bombarding West Ham with crosses. That is how you do it, because there is no other way. The only thing that would be based on players' performance is the players at least beating their players on the wing. So you don't have to focus on beating the whole team. No, just beat your one man on the wing, make the cross, and just keep bombarding them. Now you don't even have to beat players to begin with. You can actually stand, just move forward a little bit, and then make the cross. You can make this cross. If you look at where Mbeumo was standing and when he made the cross, if you bring him a little further away from where he's standing, he can still make the cross. And it will still be dangerous as long as it's focused on a focal point. And Benjamin Sesko would have been that focal point. Teams need to start doing this, and Manchester United, most importantly, need to start doing this against low block teams. That is how you do it. Keep crossing, crosses again, long crosses, crossing early. If you cut back, example, if Ahmad is going forward attacking, immediately he beats a player, cut back, make a cross. Let Sesko beat that focal point. It would have worked. As I said, we could have even had an own goal out of that. Just bombard them with crosses. Let them regret playing that low block. Manchester City does this all the time. They do it all the time. And that's the reason why the draw happened. As a matter of fact, Manchester United was very lucky to get a draw out of this game. It would have been a complete loss. And Mbeumo making that cross, the cross wasn't even that good. If you look at it again, the cross wasn't that good. But Sesko flicked it. And what an incredible goal that was. Incredible. And Manchester United has a crossing problem. Manchester United has a crossing problem. Ahmad knows how to cross, but the coaches need to get them to practice and cross properly and more accurately. Look at Arsenal's Declan Rice. The guy can cross to a specific place the same time 100 times. Our players, they make crosses 50% of the time. It's all over somewhere. Dalot, on a good day, he makes a cross. It's perfect. Sometimes he makes the cross and it's all over the place. But the crossing is part of the tactical strategy of our attack. Crossing is a huge part of the way we attack teams. And if we cannot cross the ball properly, how do you expect us to be successful against teams that are low block? So many times, Ahmad was trying to cross the ball and he crosses it completely to the far end. And I'm over here screaming. I know you guys are screaming as well. Our crosses are so bad. The coaches need to get on them. They need to get them to cross properly. Look at Bukayo Saka of Arsenal. This guy can cross. Declan Rice can cross. Bruno Fernandes is good at crossing as well. But sometimes it's not very consistent. We need that crossing consistency. This is something that the players should be able to do. If you make 10 crosses, 9 of them should get into the proper danger area. The proper danger area. It's so frustrating. Carrick and his team needs to get on these players and train them on how to cross properly and how to make all types of crosses. If you are a right-footed player and you find yourself on the right side, make a Trivela cross. Vice versa, on the left, make a Trivela cross. Make an inside foot cross. Long, if you are not very close to the goalpost, if you are not very close to the opposition's 18-yard box, still learn how to make dangerous crosses. It's not like we don't do it when we have set pieces. This can be done. If we did this against them, they would have regretted playing that low block. Manchester City does this. They do it all the time. So this is not something new. It's not something that we are going to be the first ones to invent. Michael Carrick needs to get on the boys, and they need to start doing it right away. And now talking about the United trend and the haircut situation. Look, personally, I'm getting tired of it. It was fun. We all laughed. We all had a great time. But these players are on social media as well. It's kind of funny that we're talking about the players and we are almost insinuating that the haircut places so much pressure on the players. It's hilarious. But it's not that. It's the fact that there is so much focus on the fact that we didn't get 5 wins. Right? We need our player spirit to be at a higher place. So either way, it's not that serious. If he wants to keep growing the hair, I think he's made a declaration in front of the world. So maybe he might want to keep it until Manchester United actually wins 5 games in a row. But I personally think that he should just go ahead and cut it. I'm tired of it. I am tired of it. But either way, if we are being honest, he's not the reason why we got the draw. We got the draw because we did not set up in a way that would make us capitalize on how West Ham played. As I said, you put Sesko in the striking position. You put Mbuemo on the right. You put Ahmad on the left. Ahmad and Mbuemo can still interchange and it wouldn't make a difference. The main point is we have to bombard them with crosses and make Sesko the focal point. This would have been successful. And I think that Carrick is still learning as well. He's going to take a lot of things from this game. And even though it was a draw, it was a draw, but we are all treating it like it was a loss. But it was a draw. We did not lose the game. It was a draw. We got 1 point out of the game. We could have had 0, thanks to Sesko's genius goal. And I think Dogu, we have to hope that Dogu gets well and comes back again. I like Cunha very well, but I think that position, I think Dogu is very good in that position. The reason is Dogu is able to move faster, and he's able to kind of release the ball out of his foot faster. When I say he's faster, I mean pace wise he's faster, but also releasing the ball faster. He releases the ball faster. Cunha kind of holds on to the ball a little bit longer. He needs to work on that. Cunha is a good player, but he needs to work on releasing the ball a little bit faster. If you can release the ball faster, it moves things faster, and things can happen within that short amount of time. Holding on to the ball, it delays certain things. Manchester United players, sometimes they hold on to the ball so much. It's almost like they want to hold on to it and kind of feel like, yeah, I'm playing a part, but you are already playing a part. It's a teamwork. Move the ball, pass the ball faster, cross the ball faster. And this is something that the manager is going to have to work on the players on this. He have to work with the players on this. We all see it. Sometimes you'll be watching the game and you're like, sometimes you'll be watching the game. A player is making an overlap. He's going to make the pass to the player. And I don't know if they don't understand this. A player is making a run. You are going to release the ball to the player. Why don't you just release the ball to him? That's what you're going to do regardless. Release the ball to him. The opposition player is already putting pressure on you. Release the ball, move. And if you're going to get a pass again, a pass back to you, that would be faster. Rather, you wait. And then sometimes the player falls into offside. Or sometimes another player sees what you're trying to do and then they start pressuring the guy who made the run. And before you realize, the player making the run is already under pressure. Whilst in actuality, if you just made the pass, moved, he could have given the pass to you and it would have been faster. If you see the passes between Dogu and Bruno Fernandes during our game against Arsenal, he had the ball. He moved it to Bruno real quick. He moved, got the pass back, gave it to him again, and moved. This is very simple. This is not hard to understand. But for some reason, there is something in the Manchester United players inside of them that they feel like, let me hold on to the ball a little bit before I release it. It's a teamwork. Release the ball faster. And I think this is something that Michael Carrick and the other coaches are going to have to work on the players. They're going to have to work with the players on this. So this is what happened in the game. This is what I saw. These are the takeaways. Let's hope we can win our next game, and then definitely I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna make a preview about the next game as well, and hopefully we're able to continue. The unbeaten record that we have so far in the Premier League. It looks like Manchester United is the only unbeaten team in 2026. So hopefully we can continue it in our next game. I'll see you guys on the next one.